Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial we are making this beautiful chevron shawl or wrap depending on the term you use. It is super easy, especially after making the first row, then it's just a repeat from there on. It uses a spot weight yarn which makes it very light, but it can be all year round project or shawl to bring with you everywhere. Let's have fun. Let's talk about the materials we need for our wrap. I'll be using these two colors. I'll be alternating them. It is extra fine merino. It is a spot weight, so that's yarn number 2, weight yarn number 2. 4mm hook, a measuring tape, a yarn needle, and pair of scissors. Let's begin our tutorial. Depending on the size of the wrap you want, whether you want it narrow or wide, you need multiples of 10 plus 3. And for this tutorial, I am going to make 90 chains plus 3 extra. Okay, so we're gonna start with a slip knot and chain 93. So depending on how wide or how narrow you want your wrap to be, the number of your starting chains will be the determining factor. I have my 93 chains. I just have these just to help me count, because when you are working with fine yarn and making so many chains, you can easily make a mistake. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So all this is 90 plus the 3 chains. 1 2 3. Okay, now let's begin our tutorial. The 3 stitches will be our turning chain, so we are going to work our first stitch on the 4th chain. We're going to make a double crochet and repeat again in the twice. So we're going to have 3 double crochet. Next we are going to skip 2 chains, 1 2, okay, and then make 4 double crochet in the next 4 chains, not in one chain. 1 2 3 4. Okay, I have my 93 chains here. So all the stitch markers are 10 stitches. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 plus 3 extra here. Okay, so the 3 extra chains are just for the turning chains. Now let's begin our tutorial. Okay, so we're going to count this 1 2 3 stitches, and then on the 4th chain we are going to make a double crochet. 1, we're going to make another one, 2, we need 2 more, 3, and 4. So we are done with the first section. Next we are going to skip the next 2 chains, 1 1 2, and then we are going to make 4 double crochet in the next 4 chains. Okay, we've made 4. Next we are going to chain 2. It's like we are making a ripple. See, you skipped 2 chains. Next we are chaining 2, and then we are going to continue with our 4 double crochet stitches in the next 4 stitches, sorry, 4 chains, without skipping a stitch. We are going to skip 2 chains, 1 2, and then make 4 double crochet. We are repeating this until end of the row. So if you have the right amount of stitches, you shouldn't have any stitches left. Okay, next we are going to chain 2 and continue with our 4 double crochet stitches. So it's just the repetition. If you skip to the bottom, next you are making 2 stitches. So do that until end of the row. We will meet here. I am left with 6 chains here, so I'm going to skip the 2 and then make 4 double crochet. And then you're going to make like 2, this is the 4th one, and then you make extra double crochet. This would help with the straight edges. Okay, so this is how it looks so far. We are done with row 1. We are moving on to row 2. Okay, next we are going to chain 3. This counts as our first stitch, and turn the work. This time we are going to make our first, well, the second double crochet in the same stitch here. We are still making 4 double crochet, so this is our first, 2, 3, 4. Okay, remember we skipped 2 chains here, so we need to skip 2 stitches. We are going to skip this, and then make double crochet stitches on the next 4 stitches. This is the third. Now we are going to have our other stitches in these chain spaces. Okay. Make sure you make consistent chains so that it's not hard to insert your hook like me. It's a lesson learned. Okay, next, that means we need to chain 2 here. I'm going to chain 1, chain 2, and our first stitch will be on the second chain that we made previously. This is our first double crochet. Second, third, fourth. We are going to skip these 2 stitches and make 4 double crochet in the next stitches. I'm done with my fourth. I'm going to chain 2 and then work my first double crochet into the second chain. I think you are starting to get it now. It's pretty easy. We're going to skip these 2 and continue making double crochets. My first chains are terrible, so please do better. Make sure you have loose chains. Skip 2. Work in the chain spaces. Make sure your chains are loose. Skip the next 2. I hope you get how the pattern goes now. We are going to repeat the same thing here. So you should have one stitch left, and you are going to work 2 double crochet on the last stitch. That should help with straightening with a straight edge of your wrap. I am left with one stitch, which is the chain 3 that we did in the first row. I'm going to make 2 double crochet stitches in here, which is like we still need 4, and then we need extra for our straight edge. There you have it. We have our second row, and you are going to repeat the second row until you have the length of your wrap. Let's do this one more time. Okay, we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn the work, and then make double crochet on the same stitch here. So I have my 4 stitches. I need to skip 2 stitches, so I'm going to skip this one and the second one, and then make double crochet on the next stitch. And then make a 4th double crochet on our chains. Not very easy. There you go. And then I'm going to chain 2, and our first double crochet will be into the second chain. Okay, we have our 4 stitches. We need to skip 2, 1, 2, and make 4 double crochet in the next stitches. This is basically it. You have this. You're gonna do that until the end of the row. If you are making your wrap with just one color, you go ahead. I'm going to add this color later on after a few rows. Okay, I will meet you when I change colors into this beautiful color here. I have worked quite a bit of the wrap. We're just going to do a color change together because the last time we did it was like right into here. We are still continuing with the pattern. And I'm going to add the other color. Some people tie a knot when they change the colors. I don't. This is what I do. And I'm gonna chain 3. Just tighten the loose ends, and then turn your work. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this through, like the first double crochet in here, tuck it in, the second, and the third. Okay, then we skip these two and work into the next stitch. Work into the chains to have our fourth stitch. Chain 2, work into the next chain, okay, we're going to skip these two and then work our pattern. Chain 2, is the same pattern that we did at the bottom. We're gonna skip these 2 stitches, chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, okay, so you know the pattern, and this is how it looks so far. I've just been doing 5 rows of each and then switch colors. So you are going to do this until you have the length that you want. I still have a long way to go because I want this to be able to wrap around my shoulders. I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches and continue. Chain 2 and continue with our pattern. Skip this 2 and Okay, we will meet at the end. Once I have my desired length and I have weaved in all these ends. All right, working on the very last stitches. I am playing yarn chicken here. And 2 stitches on the last stitch here. That was close. Okay, so I'm going to fasten off here. So this is how my wrap is so far. I've measured it and it is about 76 inches long, and it is about 14.5 inches wide, but once I block it, it's probably gonna be wider than that. Okay, so I have started weaving in some of the ends, so I have to weave all these ends. But that is it, guys. We are done with this tutorial. I hope you had fun, and please share with me what you have done, the colors you've chosen, and show me your final wrap. Okay, I will see you in the next tutorial.